Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital. What happens after Geo Bombshell? Huge fallout at Nurse's Ball. Spoilers. And once the truth comes out about him being Brooke Lynn Quartermaine, Amanda Setton, and Dante Falconere's, Dominic Zamprogna, son, well, there's going to be massive fallout. We're going to talk about what happens to all the people close to Geo that are going to be collateral damage when this bombshell explodes about his real parents. General Hospital. Joe's biological parents' truth bomb explodes at Nurse's Ball. Alright, so right now we're getting really close to the big reveal that Brooke Lynn and Dante are Gio Palmieri's, Giovanni Mazza, bio parents. I mean, we all know, but most of the people in Port Charles do not. Right now, of course, we've got Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, conspiring with Lulu, Alexa Havens-Bruning, who's absolutely determined to find proof, and official General Hospital spoilers promise that life-altering secrets drop soon. So, yeah, this bombshell about Geo may come out during the Nurse's Ball, and when it does, the fallout is going to be epic. And there are 7 people who are directly affected by this and are hit with massive shock waves once they find out Dante and BLQ are Joe's parents. Lulu's misguided investigation, targeting BLQ and igniting the GH firestorm. So now that Lulu knows that Joe's mom Camilla was never pregnant, she told Cody that she thinks BLQ and Lois, Rena Sofer, have been in on this deception all along conspiring. But as usual, Lulu is wrong, and she is targeting Brooke Lynn unfairly and making these big leaps. So let's jump into what happens because as of now, it sure looks like it could be Cody or Lulu that ignite this firestorm. Joe's emotional fallout, lies, betrayal, and a shocking new family. The primary person obviously that's going to be blown away by all of this is poor Geo himself. He's going to be reeling because his mom Camilla lied to him. She never told him he was adopted and sadly of course she passed away years ago. So, Geo can't go to her. He can't get any closure from Camilla. He can't confront her and he can't ask her any questions. So, it's just this betrayal that has no resolution, at least with her. And if Geo wants any answers, he's going to probably have to get them from Lois because she's one of the few who knows everything. And you know, by the way, she's been lying to his face for years. 20 of them. Hopefully Lois finally spills and will tell Geo everything she knows because he deserves the whole truth and not just what Lulu is digging up with Cody. Plus, Geo hearing that Dante's his dad is going to hit him really hard. Because that means Rocco Falconeri, Finn Francis Carr, who had that scary alcohol poisoning thing that he's been blamed on, is actually Joe's brother. And also, of course, Dante is Joe's bio dad, and he seems to suddenly hate him because of, I think, sloppy and fast writing. But anyway, Joe's finally going to get a dad in his life, and Dante doesn't like him. Poor Geo is going to be a mess. Dante's world rocked, discovering his secret son Geo on General Hospital. And I feel like the person that will be rocked almost as much as Geo is going to be Dante. He has no idea that BLQ was ever pregnant. So, it's just going to be this 1-2 punch for Dante. The secret teen pregnancy, 2 decades of lies from people he trusts, and then a secret kid, Geo. So, yeah, Dante's going to be reeling because he's in a position very similar to what Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, was in when he found out he was Dante's dad back in the day. Although, I would say that that one was even more traumatic because if you recall, Sonny hated Dante and he'd shot him. And after he shot Dante, that's when Olivia Falconeri, Lisa Lo Cicero, showed up and said, "That is your son." And of course, Sonny had found out that Dante was an undercover cop trying to put him behind bars. As of now, you know, Joe's at the top of Dante's list of people he dislikes. He knows from what went down with Sonny that he's got to fix it, you know, once this all comes out. But, of course, after the shock wore off back then, Dante and Sonny made peace and they're very close now. So, it'll likely be similar for Dante and Geo in the long run. But at first, Dante's going to be shocked and probably horrified by his own behavior. Which, you know, he was overreacting. Let's be real. Brooke Lynn Quartermaine's turmoil. Betrayed by loved ones. Hoping for Joe's acceptance. Next in line for the biggest impact will be baby mama Brooke Lynn. She's going to be absolutely reeling because Lois and Gloria Cerullo, Ellen Travolta, lied to her for so many years, as did Camilla, Joe's mom, who she knew. Brooke Lynn's going to be hurt and horrified when she finds out the people she loves most have lied to her for more than 20 years. And then Lulu helped blow up her life. But BLQ, I think, is also going to be thrilled and eager to reach out to Gio but probably scared that he'll reject her even though they've been close for his whole life. Brooke Lynn may worry that Gio will assume she didn't want him, or that she was another person like Lois and Gloria who intentionally lied to his face. But she didn't lie. Brooke Lynn was in the dark and just as a young, scared woman, younger than Gio is now, making the best decision she could at the time. Lulu pays the price, facing fallout for meddling in Joe's life. And of course next, we all know Lulu is going to face huge fallout for blowing up people's lives. And it was none of her business. She was repeatedly warned to drop it, don't do it, all that. BLQ knew this was a possible outcome. But you know, Dante's going to be blindsided unfairly, as is Gio. And Lulu has kept pushing, knowing full well she was going to blow up people's lives. So yeah, Lulu's going to pay. There's going to be consequences. Carly warned her, Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, warned her, Laura Spencer Collins, Jeannie Francis, warned her, others warned her. Dante's going to be livid to find out Lulu was secretly investigating this instead of just butting out or just coming and telling him the moment she did find out. You know what she's done is neither just not a good option. There were other options. Cody's betrayal. Facing fallout for hiding Joe's secret from Dante and BLQ. Cody is another one who's going to face some repercussions. He's going to have a lot of explaining to do to a few people. First, of course, Dante's going to be furious to find out Cody knew Brooke Lynn was pregnant back in the day and kept it to himself for over 20 years. And now Cody's been going behind Dante and BLQ's back, hiding the secret that is Gio, and conspiring with Lulu while helping her investigate when he should have just told Dante the truth. And he could have come and told BLQ once he heard Joe's name. You know, Cody's really good friends with both of them and has been for a long time because they retconned that history and just created it. So, I think Dante's going to have a hard time forgiving Cody. And I think Brooke Lynn might as well. And Tracy may not be too happy with Cody either. Tracy Quartermaine's explosive reaction, protecting BLQ, adoring Gio, and tossing Lois, always a night of glamour, heart, and unexpected scandal, has never failed to deliver shocking twists in Port Charles. But this year, no one could have predicted the explosive reveal that Joe's bombshell would ignite. The young Corinthos' cousin has been harboring a secret that shatters relationships, exposes lies, and leaves the town reeling long after the applause fades. As the confetti settles and the lights dim, Port Charles finds itself on the brink of emotional chaos, and no one will come out unscathed. Joe's confession changes everything. It all began when Gio, normally reserved and kind-hearted, took the stage for his musical performance. What should have been a heartwarming tribute turned into a live-wire confession. With emotion breaking through his voice, Gio revealed that he wasn't just performing for the Corinthos family, he was exposing them. His jaw-dropping revelation, he overheard Sonny and Dex discussing a hidden operation that could link the mob boss back to a recent explosion near the warehouse district, the same one that left Drew injured and the PCPD baffled. But Gio didn't stop there. He dropped a second, more personal bombshell, one that sent shockwaves through the ballroom. Gio claimed he knew the real reason Michael had been distancing himself from Sonny, and it wasn't just business. Gio hinted that Michael had been running a secret investigation on his father, potentially feeding intel to the feds for months. The audience gasped. Carly's face went white. Willow grabbed Michael's arm, searching his eyes for denial, but found only guilt. By the time Gio finished, the once celebratory nurses' ball had become a war zone of whispered accusations and explosive confrontations. Michael's rage and Sonny's fury collide. After Joe's revelation, the Corinthos clan splintered in every direction. Michael cornered Gio backstage, his fury barely contained. "You had no right, none, to drag my family into this," he hissed. But Gio, trembling yet resolute, shot back that the truth needed to come out, especially with lives at stake. Sonny wasn't far behind. When he entered, the temperature dropped to freezing. "You think you can stand there and destroy what I built, kid?" Sonny's voice was low, lethal. Dex, visibly nervous, stepped in to prevent things from escalating, but it was clear Sonny's trust in everyone, even his inner circle, was shattered. The moment Michael tried to defend Gio, Sonny saw red. "So it's true," he snarled, realization dawning. "You did betray me." Their father-son bond, already fragile, snapped in that instant. Sonny stormed out, his rage so deep that even Nina couldn't calm him. Carly followed him into the hallway, desperate to keep him from making a violent move, But Sonny's eyes burned with vengeance. Carly's power move. As the Corinthos family imploded, Carly did what she does best, took control. Within hours, she was on the phone, setting up meetings, pulling strings, and trying to contain the fallout. Carly's biggest concern wasn't just Sonny's fury, it was what Joe's confession meant for Michael and Willow's safety. If the feds came sniffing around again, Michael's name could be tied to insider evidence against Sonny, and that could cost him everything, including Willow's job at General Hospital and their home. So Carly made a bold, secretive move. She decided to manipulate the narrative before the truth could spread. She reached out to Jocelyn, warning her not to speak to reporters, and even called in a favor from Diane to prepare for legal blowback. Behind the scenes, Carly also met with Gio privately. Surprisingly, instead of tearing into him, she softened. "You wanted to do the right thing," she told him. "But now you've put a target on your back. Let me help you fix this before Sonny does something he can't take back." Could Carly be setting up a risky alliance with Gio to protect both him and Michael, even if it means defying Sonny? Dex torn between loyalty and love. Dex finds himself caught squarely in the middle. On one side, Sonny's fury is dangerous enough to destroy him. On the other, Jocelyn's loyalty to her cousin Gio is unwavering. Joss defends Gio fiercely, insisting that he was brave for exposing corruption. "He did what no one else would, tell the truth," she says, though tears cloud her eyes. "You of all people should understand that, Dex." But Dex knows the truth comes at a price. Sonny won't stop until he finds out how much Gio knows, and who else he's told, he warns. With pressure mounting, Dex begins to question his own future. Does he stay loyal to Sonny, knowing he might have to silence Gio? Or does he finally cut ties and run with Jocelyn before the mob war reignites? Willow's breaking point. While the Corinthos men fight, Willow quietly unravels. She's exhausted from the lies, the tension, and the shadow of the mob following her everywhere. When she learns Michael may have been working with the feds behind her back, her trust fractures. "You promised me peace, Michael," she whispers, eyes glistening. "All I've gotten is chaos." Later, she confides in Nina, a shocking move that surprises everyone. Despite their rocky history, Nina offers unexpected empathy, telling Willow, "You can't fix them. You can only save yourself." Willow begins contemplating a drastic step, leaving poor Charles with the kids for a while. But when Carly finds out, she vows not to let her daughter-in-law disappear so easily. The fallout expands, and Ava takes advantage. Meanwhile, Ava Jerome, ever the opportunist, watches the chaos unfold from her seat at the ball. When she sees Sonny's empire destabilizing, she senses her moment. Later that night, she meets with Valentine, who's been sniffing around for leverage on Sonny. "You want to hurt him," she smirks. "I know exactly where to start." And it begins with that kid, Gio. Together, they hatch a plan that could weaponize Joe's confession in the public eye, turning the Corinthos family's internal implosion into a full-blown media scandal. A shocking cliffhanger. The attack. As the night winds down, the nurses' ball after-party at the Metro Court takes a dark turn. Gio, shaken and guilt-ridden, slips out to the terrace for air. Moments later, a shadow moves behind him. A single gunshot echoes through the night.